repeated itself or showed up is in unhealthy friendships. And it was really interesting because for a very long time in my life, I didn't have friends. I had, like schoolmates, and sometimes we get along, most times not. But I was very much the outcast growing up, which I don't feel bad about now. But at the time, obviously, it hurt immensely because I made it an identity thing, right? Something is wrong with me. Everybody else has friends except me. And when I did have friendships, they would be manipulative, or they would steal from me, or they would bully me, or talk behind my back, et cetera, et cetera. And so my setup, I think, from childhood to, I would say, probably like mid teens, wasn't very good when it comes to forming connections and how to communicate and how can I show myself and feel safe in this environment. I didn't even know what that looked like or that felt like. And so when I started making a group of friends, I would say mid to late teens, that kind of stuck around a little bit. I started trauma dumping. And that's a word that's very commonly used, sometimes, correctly, oftentimes not. But that was the way that I, kind of like found myself. I'm like, okay, these people have been around now. I feel like I can open up about something, and then I trauma dump. And that's not necessarily a bad thing because I think obviously do it correctly, talk to people correctly. Trauma dumping is not always great, considering the circumstances and the time and place and everything. But at the time, I was just a child still seeking connection, and I did not know how to share myself in a healthy way. And I still have friends from that era of my life, of like teenagehood, but into adulthood and into my connection with Ashley as well, and many other people that are no longer in my life, I had to repeatedly learn that, well, several different lessons really, but I had to repeatedly learn that you shouldn't either hold yourself back, who you are and how you feel and what your situation may be, whether that be trauma, whether that be health, whether that be anything in particular, whatever concerns you, you shouldn't have to hold that back and kind of negotiate how much a person is willing to take, and how much a person is willing to accept you, and how you and even having the fear that if you were to actually share who you are, that that wouldn't be accepted. And I think